Good afternoon from Portland International Raceway. Is NBC Sports will presents the running the ISM Connect 300 from Portland. A absolutely perfect afternoon of racing. Qualifying went off earlier this morning, and surprise, surprise, Jonathan Morrison, positive and season full of negatives, won the pole, and this kid Noah Spalding in a wicked flip last year that nearly killed him, by the way. He starts third today. Also, so the weather here, there is no rain, sunshine all around here at Portland here on this early August Saturday afternoon. Getting close to 3:45 p.m. Eastern here. And let's go ahead and look at the starting lineup. Row number 1, we have the Dow Chevrolet and the Stanley Toyota. Row 2, we have the Johnson Auto Plaza Chevrolet and the Smithfield Foods Ford. All said Chevrolet. Row 3, we have the Denver Mattress Toyota and the Busch Beer Chevrolet. Starting today from row 4, we have the FedEx Express Toyota and the Exalta Liberty University Chevrolet. Row 5, we have the M&M's Caramel Toyota and the DeWalt Power Tools Toyota. Row 6, we have the Lowe's Chevrolet and the Tax Slayer Chevrolet. Row 7, we have the McDonald's Chevrolet and the Target Credit One Bank Chevrolet. Row 8, we have the Shell Pennzoil Ford and the Lilly Diabetes Ford. Row 9, we have the Menards Chevrolet and the Napa Auto Parts Toyota. Row 10, we have the Advocare Ford and the White Deuce Ford. Row 11, we have the Code 3 Associates Chevrolet and the 29 car. Starting today from row 12, we have the Liftmaster Chevrolet and the Hausaw Nation Chevrolet. While we look through the rest of the field, see if we can mic up the guy who starts in third place. Hey, Noah Spalding, this is Benny Parsons up in the NBC Sports booth. You got us? Yeah, 10-4 BP, what's up? Okay, you have 3 options today. What do you think is going to be your best one? A, flip. B, have a problem. Or C, stay and finish third. Or C, win. Good question. Is that even a question, BP? Win. How do you win? Our Johnson Auto Plaza Chevrolet looks pretty good up front. Get a nice little break after starting in the back the majority of the year. I mean, coming back, the wreck last year kind of really scared me, made me think, should I really be racing? But I came back strong and nearly put this thing on the pole. But our Johnson Auto Plaza Chevrolet is pretty strong out front. Pretty strong. Hopefully we put this thing in victory lane. All right. Have a good one down there, bud. And there is a unique bird's eye cam that we're going to be using for this race. Noah Spalding will be carrying our visor cam this afternoon. And our 4 drivers carrying our 360 bug eye cams. Jacob, too, with his Liberty University on board. You can see the 360 background there. And Sports Center Cup Series also carrying that same onboard. Zoex Moon with her Pennzoil on board. And Joseph Lombard carrying the Click and Close Smithfield on board for today's race. Now, there is a note that this is a shorter sprint race, only 8 laps this afternoon. It's going to be a lot shorter sprint race, so you're going to see a lot. People are going to be more aggressive out of the gates, so we could see a high number of cautions possibly, but at the same time, fuel strategy could be a big issue today at Portland. Oh, God. Anyways, 9 laps, 300K this afternoon, 300K kilometers. And it's going to be interesting. Sellout crowd, gorgeous day for a race here at Portland. Just a little after 4 p.m. Eastern here. Here Eastern. Here in the East, 1 o'clock locally. And the green flag is out here at Portland. Caleb Hoffman held quite even with Jonathan Morrison on the start, surprisingly. He is one of our favorites to win today. And remember, they changed the layout. Instead of having that kink in turn 1 be a lot earlier. Single file. Already looks like Jacob 2 got pushed wide by the 20, coming out of the slowest point of the racetrack. Bricks. And look at this. The 19 trying to challenge for the lead on lap 1. I believe he's going to get it. Alrighty, looks like they're getting real aggressive further through the field we go. Let's go on board the 3. He's saving. I think the 3 is just saving his time and his tires. See the 4 going for position. Looking at the foot cam for him. And a little bit of contact if he wants to go. Between the contact, let's go ahead and replay what happened between the 20 and the 24. Coming up through. Edge. And then I think the 24 tried coming back, but overshot the corner, it looked like. A lot of side-by-side racing, especially middle of the group. As, the one almost got sideways off of the last turn, squeezing the 88 wide. Two laps in. So far, caution-free here at Portland. You're watching NASCAR on NBC as we got one off in the dirt. Looks like the 18 may have overshot the braking zone. And already we saw the 19 was catching quite a bit of lap traffic. And I think the 18 just locked the brakes up and see, he just put too much rear brake in it. He tried hitting the brakes maybe later to try to go for a wider arc, like we saw what the guys did on the start. But now that everything calmed down, just rear brakes went out, I guess. He's sitting in the kitty litter. And caution is out. And earlier we talked about the contact between the 24 and the 20. Let's listen to some of the radio communications after that incident that transpired. Tell that 20 it's lap fucking 1 and he needs to calm the fuck down right now. Very curt. Very tactless, I guess. Already we got several drivers having issues with each other already. So there's that. And look who starts right behind him. We're going to go to commercial here before we get ready for this restart. You're watching NASCAR on NBC. Back here at Portland International Raceway for a message from the M&Ms, the red and the yellow M&M.
Watch Frasier now on Tuesdays on NBC. Where's the peacock? It's a long story.
That's right. You can watch Frasier starting Tuesdays this fall on NBC. Anyways, get set for the restart here at Portland. Oh, they bottling up behind them. Oh, yeah, big hit. Hit behind the leaders as the caution quickly comes back out. Big time damage to Hunter Miller. Remember, he is on the edge in chase cutoff points. We mentioned that in the pre-race. We mentioned that earlier, that as we get closer to the chase, like Michigan, Chicagoland, Sebring, those races that are coming up, big. This is big. Look at that. Zox Moon also hit a little bit of damage. I don't think she's going to be in too much trouble, because she wasn't going that fast to hit the 16, but at the same time, the 29 of Eminem's Cup Series, big damage to him. Now again, it looked like the 16 just didn't go. And then the 5 just piled in. Where was he going? Third caution. Remember, caution. This didn't really count much as a caution lap, but big damage to the 5. This is definitely going to hurt him in points. Yeah, we popped a radiator, guys. I think we're done. Big damage. A lot of oil. If they're actually going to stop the cars on the front stretch, on the normal main drag strip, they're going to stop all these cars on the main stretch. While we clean up this oil, you're watching NASCAR on NBC. There's some news that our local friends over at Cartoon Network and Adult Swim are going to be, after the live coverage of the Fall Phoenix race, the Can-Am 500, at 12:30 a.m. Eastern, they are going to be airing an uncensored feed of all radio transmissions from the drivers after the conclusion of the race on TNT.
How you think it's my fault? You driving and there ain't no girls within miles ahead. You know how we do it. South side, outside, west side, left side, east side, right, east side, Lakeshore Drive, and I'm Chi-Town's finest. Where you at? The whole city. Khakis and white tees with Air Ones in every color like Ice T. I might be going crazy. Compton's right knee. The way I paint pictures with these hip hop scriptures. Where you at? The whole city behind us. Where you at? The whole city behind us. Outside, outside, west side, let's ride. Where you at? The whole city behind us. I'm keeping this beat for myself. Ladies and gentlemen, if you got anything from me, it's to find your thing and do you. Make some noise for what you created. Because we all know it's not what you do, it's how you do. And this is how we do. Wireless. It's my morning coffee in a thermos, not a paper cup. Wireless is a conference call in the stars. It's information in a breast pocket, not a file cabinet. Wireless is catching a big fish and a small fish at the same time. I can see wireless, and I like what I see. AT&T Wireless, your world close at hand.
NBC Tonight is new, different. First, Spy TV. Give your friend a surefire wake-up call. Then, the Downer Channel.
Mother, I am melodramatic. Why couldn't you just be giving me something? Because I love the lady. I love the lady.
The comedy that's in your face. Tom Shale says it's fresh, funny, and faster than a speeding bullet. Spy TV and an all-new Downer Channel, NBC Tonight.
Our community strengths are deeply rooted.
NBC Sports coverage of the ISM Connect 300 from Portland International Raceway is brought to you by Pepsi. Enjoy a joy of Pepsi today. And by Mountain Dew. It's not what you do, it's how you do. And this is how we do. And by AT&T, your wireless close at hand. And by Liberty University. Just getting pretty close to cleaning up the red flag from that stack up on this past restart. All right, here. By the way, anybody from that last caution was wondering, Joshua Leanbatch has gotten the free pass. In the meantime, here's the coverage of races on NBC and TNT as we get to the chase. Next Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, coverage of the Pioneer Audio 400 for Michigan International Speedway. on TNT. And then a Thursday night brawl under the lights in the windy city of Chicagoland, the SpongeBob SquarePants 400. Coverage begins at 8 p.m. Eastern on TNT with qualifying at 4. And then Sebring, that in a few days after on NBC, the coverage for that begins at noon. That race, and then a Friday night fight under the lights at Thunder Valley. Coverage for that race begins at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on TNT with the Credit One Bank Countdown to Green. You can get tickets to these races at NASCAR.com or each of these tracks' websites. Getting set for the restart, we've spent a good majority of this race under caution, but while these drivers were pitting, it looked like Noah Spalding slid in a second. There was a fuel pump issue on our pole sitter, Jonathan Morrison. Marty. Thanks, Alan. Jonathan Morrison. He led a good majority early stages of this race. And coming down pit road, his crew is having trouble getting fuel into the car. Now they got it in, but the car stalled out just as soon as he tried cranking it. They're taking it behind the wall to look at it, and they are thinking it is an internal issue. In the meantime, halfway through today's race here at Portland International Raceway, and we're getting set for the restart. And the green flag is back out. Caleb Hoffman with a big push, but the 78 throws the block and he's into the wall. Come on. Get low, go. Come on. And, back into traffic. More carnage as the caution comes out. There's Jake Basinger is in it, smoking. Zoex Moon got caught up in it. Nate Sherman, Derek Lewis. And this all started when the 78 tried to get going. But problems for him. Brendan Little in the 16. Grayson Alcevedo in the 1, driving away. Big time impact. Nate Sherman piled in it. Winning it down. And again, the track is blocked. So a lot of the guys that got into this, that weren't in this accident, are actually taking the access road that these drivers nearby. And again, they're waving the red flag for a second time today. This time they're going to stop all the cars on the backstretch while they clean. They're going to stop the cars behind the track on the backstretch. Now, the question is, fuel. What about possible fuel concerns for these drivers? And especially on the 20, if you're any of the leaders. like Caleb Hoffman, Joseph Lombard, Noah Spalding. Let's listen to radio communication from Caleb Hoffman and spotter Chris Osborne. Yeah, but if we just run green to the finish, we might be good. But at the same time, if we keep this up, if we keep racing like we do, there's obviously going to be that concern of can we make it? But it looks like we might be able to unless more cars start wrecking, which, judging by the way this race has gone, that might be the case. Anyways, while we clean this accident up, we look at the list of drivers involved. Obviously, the 78 got turned right across the nose of the 4 to start this mess on the restart with a lot of torn up race cars. And speaking of which, they have fixed Eminem's Cup Series. He just made it back out onto the racetrack a few moments ago. But when the red flag hit, he just stopped in turn 1. Now, when the rules are, when the red flag does hit, drivers have to stop where they are. Now, they are counting the 24 as a part of this accident, but he only nipped the wall a little bit. In fact, let's actually listen to some of the radio communications with Jacob Tube and Alan Gustafson and spotter Eddie DeHunt. Hey, Eddie, can you get with the 2 spotter and tell his driver to check, see if I got any major damage that I need to come down? Because I think I got the wall trying to miss this. Got the wall and maybe got some rear end damage. Trying to get by the 78 and avoid him. Yeah, but 10-4 and damage. Listening to Robert Smith's radio communications. Yeah, you might have a little bit, but I'd probably get it checked out just in case it cuts in and rips the tire apart. Anyways, a good majority of these cars that got in that accident are going to the garage. Anyways, they've brought the caution back out, getting close to 6 o'clock on the East Coast, and 3 o'clock here locally. And with this wreck, it has totally changed the complexion of this race. And the 83 and 56 have taken the wave around. And anyways, third caution, we're going to have 4 laps to go in this restart. We've been behind the pace car pretty much the entire race. Anyways, here we go. Let's listen to Scanall 43 as spotter Chris Lambert tries to guide his driver through a potentially wild restart. Ready? All right, green. Green, inside. Watch the 6 here. They're going to go through. They're going to take it, y'all, 3 wide. Okay, 4 wide. Watch this 18. He's just dove it in there. Okay, he's spinning. Go up. 2 cars spinning. 2 cars horizontal. 2 spinning. All right, you're in fourth. Come on. Going through. 4 outside. Outside, clear. Contact was made in turn number 1 where the 18 of Joshua Leanbatch, who spun in that area earlier in the race, and the 43 of Joseph Lombard have gotten together right in front of the 11, as you saw in that Scanall. A lot of aggressive racing further back. Peyton Beasley to the inside of the 20. And the 4 just put the bumper to the 11. Noah Spalding still holding his own. A lot of aggressive racing mid-pack. And here comes Noah Spalding to the inside. 3 to go. Inside. Down. Mason Powers up to 4th. He could steal a win. Caution. Front stretch. At the back. Looks like... Oh, okay. This changes everything. Hard up into the tires. And we know the other car that's involved. If the 43 was involved, the 18 was right next to him. As you see towards the back, yeah, a lot of damage to the 18. And Yeah, I think we know how this happened. Big time damage. The 1843 is done. We're going to have another restart as I do believe... Oh, here we go. Joseph Lombard's walking down towards pit road. Oh, here we go. Now they've gotten the 43 up off the wall. Since he got spun, hit the tires. Remember, they took the catch fence out along turn 7. So if a car were to get airborne and hit the tires and flip, it would just be it would go out of the ballpark. It wouldn't horribly tear the car up, since no fans really sit there anyway. Still, what a wreck. What a wreck. And I do have a feeling we might have another one of these cautions. Everybody back down pit road. And besides, if this keeps up, remember the overtime line rule for road course races is different. It varies. So the overtime line is just before that slight kink down in that wide sweeper down in 6, leading to the 2 rapid turns and the heavy braking zone. The 25 and Noah Spalding has to get to that very spot. And then we'll probably have more than one overtime if this keeps up the way it is. Huh. Here we go. Overtime, sponsored by Credit One Bank. And got one sideways again. It's the 20. Back into traffic. Caution, 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 caution. We will have yet another restart. Zach Speed, I guess he didn't get going. But, more issues here down in turn 1. Peyton Beasley just drove into the dirt. The 2 is also down there. big instant here on the restart. And Peyton Beasley was good. Yeah, throttle's hung. Throttle's hung. Basically, the 2 got spun and jacked up. And then the 6 hit him as he came across. And then the 20 ended up hitting that area. And then the 6... Then the 6 spun long after the yellow came out. God knows why. So anyways, another caution. If this keeps up, this is the 5th caution, which is a record here at Portland. Anyways, now if this keeps up the way it is, we started this race with 34, so now we got 34 drivers just after 4 o'clock in the east, so 1 o'clock here with the green flag. So we had 34 that started. 12 cars are out of the race due to crash damage or other issues. Jonathan Morrison is the only other car that is out of the race that did not receive damage from running into somebody. Now, attempt 2. Question is, will the fuel hold up for anybody in the top 5? Hunter Rizzoni is probably the first to strike, or anybody in the top 6. He's probably the only guy that's got good fuel. Top 6 took half a tank. Now, here we go. Green. Green. Inside. Good job. Clear him. Get him. Noah Spalding, he's clear. He's got to get to that overtime line. Oh, more trouble. Again, looks like the 41, 24, and 27 were bouncing off each other. Caleb Hoffman dives up in to take the lead. Contact. Noah Spalding pushes him wide. They have got to. He is at the overtime line. A lot of people banging into each other. They're on this restart. There's some smoke out at the back. They have completed the overtime line. Meanwhile, up front, it is Noah Spalding holding Caleb Hoffman at bay. His win at Chicagoland last year was encumbered. Which we are going there in a couple weeks, but the only reason he got the win was because, half the field died. The white coming to the line. The white flag waves. 1 to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. We get close to dinner time here on the East Coast. Especially with the 2 red flags we've had. It looks like there's some smoke off the 41. Sports Center Cup Series trying to go and bump the 4, run the 4 off the road. And how about this? Jacob 2 was involved in that late pileup. That's the only reason the attrition got so high. AKA the only reason the attrition's so high. He's up to 6th with a damaged right front, damaged right rear. And the 41 is ran wide. We are green. We're still racing here at Portland. The 11 trying to go to the inside. Still wide, still there, still there. Oh, he might try to dive. He may try to dive. He may try to dive. To the inside. And, oh, he hit the curb. The 11 spins. We are still green. Still racing here at Portland. He hit the curb. And off of 4, Noah Spalding at a track that he nearly got killed 1 year ago. He will win at Portland, and this time he gets to keep this win. Hell of a job, bud. Hell of a freaking job. Oh, more crashing. And down in the 11. Noah Spalding surviving a violent flip 1 year ago. The 24. Oh, here we go. A little bit of extracurricular activity. Oh, I think the 4 is waiting on somebody here. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. Oh. Dirty. Wow. The 4 obviously not happy at all. And now I'm sure these 2 will be going to the big red truck. A lot of wow. To say the least, that a lot of cars wrecked in this race is an understatement. The 41 drove into the tires on the final lap. That's the only 5 lead cars on that are locked down that are still running at the finish. But the rest of the field absolutely destroyed and damaged. In fact, I'm going to count basically a little over half the field had some kind of damage from some form of accident. I'm going to count these cars now. "19 out of the 34 drivers that ran today were involved in an accident of some sort. But congratulations to this guy, Noah Spalding, for surviving the chaos and getting his first actual win that, believe it or not, does count toward the playoffs. He moves from being 27th in points up to the top 10. Mason Powers started 4th, or finished 4th. Anyways, Friday, 3:30 p.m. Eastern, qualifying for Michigan International Raceway for the Pioneer Audio 400. And then Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, coverage of the Pioneer Audio 400 from Michigan on TNT.